Welcome to Focus on Patience. Something that we all could use more of, I think. I know myself for sure. We have been born into this go, 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 achieve, 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 get more, get more, get more kind of mentality in our current American culture anyway. So when I had to undergo a surgery 8 weeks ago today, as of the filming of this video, it changed how I needed to look at movements. It changed how my brain had to adjust to what my body can do, because before surgery was very different than after surgery. So it was, as with any challenge, there's potential gifts wrapped in those experiences. And for this one, I found that patience was one of the things I really needed to have more of for myself, because my brain knew my body in a certain way, but after the surgery, my body needed my brain to kind of chill out and say, tune in with me and see what's going on here. So that's what kind of inspired this week's theme and focus. So in our full-length class, if you're interested in learning more about those classes, you can check the link below in Patreon. But for this little snippet, I like to give little snippets of consciousness to people who I hope will find helpful. So in having patience with yourself, I feel like the first thing is to kind of get in the present moment, which is a big gift from the practice of yoga that I have found. Maybe you found that in your practice as well. So in yoga, there are actually 8 limbs to the practice of yoga, or 8 aspects. One is the physical postures, or asana in Sanskrit. Breath, or pranayama, which has to do with breath control, which also is using the breath or working with the breath to manage the energy within our own bodies. Prana, energy, life force. And then there's 6 other ones. There's the yamas and niyamas, which are observances on how we honor ourselves and how we honor our relationships with which is other people, the environment, other. There's meditation, there's all sorts of other aspects. And so in coming into patience, I found that there was less movement in the beginning and more just coming into center. I even notice when I watch people physically sometimes in our culture of go, 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 achieve, 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 conquer, conquer, conquer. Sometimes I'll see people in Manhattan walking or I've seen in the past, walking with their head forward and like going where they're going and not being where they are. Because where you are in the present moment are all the cues of how you need to move your body. Of, maybe the barometric pressure today is a little off and I can't move my shoulder as much as I used to. Or I'm feeling great and I can do really large circles and it feels amazing. But one day to the next, it changes. So by bringing yourself into the present moment and having patience for what is, we can find deeper, more subtler aspects of ourselves that can be really helpful in living a more mindful, compassionate life for yourself, and in so doing, a mindful, more compassionate life with other people. So this week's focus is patience, and so I'm just going to guide you through an exercise in coming into the heart space. Because I find when we just cut ourselves off and just do the physical, or just do, other aspects in isolation without bringing all aspects of ourselves together, it's not optimal for health and movement. So we are a mentally focused, I want to say, culture, thinking. So that's important, but we want to bring the thinking down to balance within our feeling. And so where do we go? The heart. So yoga is a very heart-centric practice, which is one of the reasons why I love it so much. I feel like there's deep wisdom here. There's deep invitation to connect with other and deeper parts of ourselves so that we can be more compassionate and aware of others. Again, environment, other humans, etc. So I'm going to invite you into this practice. If you'd like to join me, find a comfortable seat. If you find your mind is chitter-chattering away with the activities of the day, you might want to take some moments to just kind of shake your sillies out for a second. You can even stand if you want and just wiggle a little, shake. Sometimes I find bouncing helps to free the breath and let go and come out of my mind and redistribute all my energy throughout my body. So if you need to do that, or just shake or sound, whatever you need to do to release stagnation from the day. And then when you're feeling ready, you can come to sit. And then the invitation to this moment. So take one hand on your low belly, the other on your heart. Close your eyes if it's comfortable, or a soft gaze, and begin to deepen your breathing. Coming into the breath invites us directly, squarely into the present moment, and we'll see what's here. There's never judgment, it's just awareness in yoga, right? What are you experiencing? Oh, my breath is calming me down, maybe. Maybe as soon as I sat down, I noticed my mind is still chit-chattering away and, oh, there's something really important I need to tend to. If that's the case, maybe pause the video, go tend to that, and come back. If it's an email, maybe make a note of it and come back to this moment. Give yourself permission to have just this time for yourself. So however you can clear the mind, there's imagery of all the books in your mind being put away on the shelves, all the papers organized, if you want to use that imagery. And when you can finally get to a place where there's not too much tugging on you mentally, just come into a comfortable seat and breathe deep. Letting the belly rise and fall with your breath. Softening your face, your jaw, your shoulders, your hips, and being tall, but not rigid, just sitting comfortably tall. If you notice your chin is jutting forward or you're trying to move into the next moment, just gently guide the chin back in. So this is a practice in awareness and coming into the heart space, right? So we can really listen in accurately to what's here. You can even use the image of your breath riding an elevator up and down your central channel. So as you inhale, the breath goes all the way to the top of your head. And as you slowly exhale through your mouth, the breath goes all the way down to the bottom floor at the pelvic floor. And then again, inhale all the way to the crown of the head and exhaling to the bottom floor. So take as many breaths like that, or as I call them, elevator breaths, as you need to come into this moment. Again, if anything comes up, you can just have a notepad, make a note. I'll get to that. Right now I'm practicing yoga. This is yoga, even though we're not physically moving. That's one of 8 limbs, remember? So breathing. And take a moment to scan your body. Is anything feeling stiff? Do you feel energized? Depends on where you came from before this moment. And just check in if you need to offer slight micro movements. If your body is asking for that, go for it. This is an exploration in having patience with your body. We very rarely sit very still. There's always small little movements, right? So maybe we're vibrational beings. So maybe you need to move your shoulders a little, settle back in, and come back to that elevator breath. I want to invite you to bring your attention to your heart. You have one hand there, maybe. Maybe you have 2 if that feels more nourishing. And just bring your awareness to your heart, almost like breathe into your heart space. Where you put your breath or focus your breath is where energy goes, where prana resides. So bring attention and awareness into your heart by breathing deeper into the heart space. And again, as you're connecting to your heart, start to notice, am I clenching in my jaw? If so, drop it. Are my shoulders riding up to my ears because I have trouble sitting still? Invite them to soften and tell your body, all is well. This is what we're doing right now. It's okay. Notepad is here if you need to make notes of things that need tending to after this moment. Maybe your eyes are squeezing. Soften the skin around your eyes. And focus on the breath. So continue to scan the body, see what feels like it needs movement, see what wants to stay in stillness and tune into the subtler aspects of yourself. Maybe you can sense energy and you're noticing a shift. So take a few more elevator breaths. and see if there's a shift. And then when you're ready, gently blink open your eyes and release your hands down. So just take a moment to notice, do you feel calmer? Do you feel like your mind chatter is spinning out of control, right? Neither one is good or better, like, oh yay, I'm a better yoga student. It's just using these tools to really tune in to what is the truth for me in the moment. There's times when my mind spins out of control and I need to find a moment to deepen my breathing, come back, tune in when you can. You know, there's times in our lives that tasks overtake, but finding the balance between doing and being can really help us have patience for ourselves right where we are. Whether you've had a surgery like I have, or you have a limitation that's a regular limitation you're managing, it's important to really honor this body right where it is so that we can move healthfully, right? Yoga meets you exactly where you are. And when you can take time to tune into the heart and then invite the brain into your process, into your experience of living at the moment, then we have more balanced movement. The body is more healthfully tended to, and there's less grasping or going or doing, right? So I hope you found this video helpful. It's an exercise you can come back to anytime throughout the day. If you feel yourself jetting, even notice physically if you're jetting forward, if you feel like your mind's racing and you've got a lot going on, tend to whatever tasks are immediate if they're really kind of charged, and then make some notes about things you can tend to later, and just take 2-3 minutes to comfortably sit, maybe shake out if you need to, breathe, that elevator breath, and bring the energy down a bit so that you can really observe what's going on with your body. It's kind of like saying, hey, mind, I need some attention and love here. So offer it up with love. So again, I hope you found this video helpful. I'd love to hear if anybody found this helpful. Leave feedback in the comments if you have any suggestions of things you'd like to see further. I'd love to hear that as well. And if you're interested in taking full-length classes, I do offer them through Patreon, so check out the link below. So thanks for watching, and here is to you finding patience for your own healing.